again.
What the f?
You see that? The minute I pointed this at
Yep.
the trap.
This is really weird. Every time we flash our lights on it, the rocks start to fall from the ravine again. It's almost this indication that something wants us to get out of.
Expedition Bigfoot has pulled in viewers with its slow, careful search for answers, but nothing prepared the team for what they walked into that day. Deep in the woods, far from anyone else, the crew stepped inside Ronny LeBlanc's patrol cabin and found something so unexpected. So what did they see? What was so disturbing that the cameras couldn't look away? In this video, we're breaking down the moment that shook the crew, the truth behind what happened, and the heartbreaking discovery only the team witnessed up close. The cabin that terrified the crew. Deep in the dense forests of Central Oregon, the team from Expedition Bigfoot set up camp at Ronny LeBlanc's patrol cabin, a modest outpost surrounded by miles of untouched wilderness. What the team found there would both intrigue and unsettle them. Over the course of multiple seasons, their investigations around this cabin revealed a series of unusual signs, clues that hinted at the presence of a creature that had long captured imaginations. Bigfoot. One of the first discoveries that caught their attention was a peculiar arrangement of sticks and logs just outside the cabin. At first glance, it might have seemed like a simple collection of fallen branches, but on closer inspection, the pattern suggested intentional placement. These types of structures have been repeatedly documented in Bigfoot research, complex, organized formations that indicate a level of intelligence beyond that of ordinary wildlife. The team noted that the structure wasn't random. The positioning of each stick appeared deliberate, almost as if it were a message or marker left behind by an unseen visitor of considerable size. As the crew explored further, they realized that the cabin itself sat in what locals often referred to as a kill zone. This was a specific area of the forest known for an unusually high number of Sasquatch sightings and encounters. Footprints, broken branches, and other signs of activity were reported by hikers, hunters, and locals alike. The density of these reports suggested that this remote section of land was more than just a wilderness. It was a hot spot, a place where something extraordinary seemed to linger. For the team, this meant that every step, every rustle of leaves, and every distant sound had to be considered through the lens of possibility. One evening, as night fell and shadows stretched across the forest floor, the team captured audio that left them momentarily speechless. From somewhere deep within the surrounding trees came a series of howls, guttural and eerie, echoing across the valley. These weren't ordinary animal calls. The sounds carried a weight and depth that hinted at a creature of considerable size. The recordings, played back later in the cabin, sent chills through the crew. The immediacy of the sound, the feeling that something massive was nearby, was undeniable. For the first time that evening, the wilderness didn't feel empty. It felt alive and aware. Through all of these discoveries, Ronny LeBlanc's approach set him apart from some of his colleagues. While others on the team leaned heavily on scientific reasoning, requiring concrete evidence and verifiable data, LeBlanc allowed room for interpretations that went beyond the physical world. He entertained the possibility that Bigfoot might not be just a large, elusive primate, but something more mysterious, interdimensional, perhaps even paranormal. This perspective was controversial, particularly among team members like primatologist Mireya Mayer, who preferred explanations grounded in biology and ecology. Disagreements arose, sometimes heated, as the team debated the nature of their findings. Yet LeBlanc's openness ensured that the investigation remained expansive, exploring not only what could be measured, but also what could be imagined. It's important to understand that the discoveries at the cabin weren't confined to a single expedition or episode. Over multiple seasons, the team collected evidence, studied patterns, and documented encounters across a sprawling 90,000-acre tract of rugged land. Each season built upon the last, layering sightings, footprints, and mysterious sounds into a complex portrait of a forest that may host a creature unseen by modern science. The cabin, situated in the heart of this wilderness, became a central hub for these investigations, a place where the known and the unknown intersected. Eventually, after the fourth season, Ronny LeBlanc left Expedition Bigfoot to pursue other projects. But his time on the show left a lasting mark. He demonstrated that the search for Sasquatch wasn't solely about proving its existence in a laboratory sense. It was about observation, patience, and being open to the possibility that the world might hold more than what we can touch, measure, or fully understand. The stick structures, the chilling howls, and the activity around the cabin served as enduring reminders that some mysteries are meant to challenge our perceptions, to push the boundaries of belief, and to remind us that the wilderness still holds secrets. For viewers, the patrol cabin isn't just about strange noises or weird buildings. It shows what it takes to investigate the unknown, a mix of curiosity, careful thinking, and a bit of imagination. Even though LeBlanc has left, the cabin still stands quietly among the tall trees, watching over the ongoing mystery of Bigfoot in Central Oregon. But how did all the fascination with Bigfoot start? Where the mystery first came alive? The fascination with Bigfoot, the elusive creature said to roam the forests of North America, has deep roots in history and folklore. The modern concept of organized Bigfoot hunts can be traced back to 1958, when a road contractor named Ray Wallace discovered and cast giant footprints at a construction site in Northern California. The story captured media attention, and the term Bigfoot quickly entered the public consciousness. But even before Wallace's footprints, whispers of strange, ape-like beings had circulated for decades. One of the earliest documented encounters dates back to 1924, when a group of gold prospectors near Mount St. Helens in Oregon reported a violent confrontation with large, unidentified creatures. The men described rocks being hurled at their cabin and sightings of enormous bipedal beings with a frightening presence. Decades of similar sightings, anecdotal accounts, and local legends gradually formed a tapestry of mystery that intrigued both the public and researchers. By the time Expedition Bigfoot premiered in December 2019 on the Travel Channel, the groundwork for a modern, methodical exploration of these reports was already laid. Unlike previous shows that often relied solely on eyewitness accounts, Expedition Bigfoot approached the hunt with technology and data at its core. The series set out to answer one of the oldest questions in cryptozoology. Could Bigfoot actually exist? And if so, where might we find evidence? The show's premiere season centered on a remote, 90,000-acre tract of forest in Central Oregon, a region known for repeated Sasquatch sightings. The team wasn't venturing into the unknown without preparation. They were guided by a proprietary data algorithm that analyzed decades of reported encounters, mapping areas with the highest probability of Bigfoot activity. This methodical approach distinguished the series from earlier efforts like Animal Planet's Finding Bigfoot, which, while popular, often faced criticism for relying too heavily on anecdotal reports and failing to produce conclusive evidence. The cast of Expedition Bigfoot brought a mix of scientific expertise, field experience, and survival skills to the search. Bryce Johnson led expedition operations, while Dr. Mireya Mayer, a primatologist, brought a rigorous scientific perspective. Survivalist Russell Acord contributed his experience navigating and thriving in the wilderness. Over time, other specialists joined the team, including Ronny LeBlanc, known for his open-minded approach to cryptid phenomena, Biko Wright, an expert in bushcraft, Toby Johnson, a bioacoustic researcher, Pete Kelsey, who specialized in 3D imaging and LiDAR technology, and Ryan Golembeska, a seasoned investigator and television personality. Each member brought a unique skill set, allowing the team to investigate sightings with both scientific precision and practical field expertise. The show's focus on technology set it apart. Thermal cameras, LiDAR scanning, seismic sensors, and other high-tech equipment allowed the team to monitor large areas of wilderness in real time, detect heat signatures, and capture subtle disturbances that might otherwise go unnoticed. First-person accounts, audio recordings, and detailed environmental analyses all played a role in piecing together evidence, offering viewers a sense that this was not just a quest based on folklore, but a serious scientific investigation into the unknown. Episodes often highlighted moments of real tension and danger. On several occasions, team members reported encounters that tested both skill and courage. Thermal imagery detecting a massive, unidentifiable creature moving through the forest, or a member being chased and narrowly escaping a fall from a cliff. These high-stakes events underscored the unpredictability of the wilderness and the difficulty of hunting a creature that may not want to be found. Behind the scenes, the dynamics among the team were complex. Ronny LeBlanc's willingness to entertain paranormal or interdimensional explanations sometimes clashed with the more evidence-based approach of colleagues like Dr. Mayer. Conflicts arose, particularly when the integrity of evidence was called into question. LeBlanc eventually departed the show after the 4th season, following disagreements over the treatment of a younger researcher accused of presenting false findings. Despite these tensions, the team remained united in their overarching goal to explore the boundaries of known science and the mysteries of the forest. Expedition Bigfoot not only aimed to capture Bigfoot, but to redefine the methodology of cryptid research for a modern audience. By combining data analytics, high-tech tools, and a team of skilled researchers, the show bridged the gap between folklore and science. Over multiple seasons, the team expanded its search beyond Central Oregon to Northern California, constantly refining its methods and incorporating new technologies to track the creature. Ultimately, the success of Expedition Bigfoot lies in its balance of intrigue, suspense, and scientific curiosity. It brought viewers along on a journey that felt both tangible and mysterious, showing that even in the 21st century, there are still corners of the world where the unexplained might dwell. Through careful study, bold fieldwork, and the occasional encounter with the unexplained, the show gave viewers more than just entertainment. It offered a glimpse into why people remain fascinated by one of North America's most legendary and mysterious creatures. But what's the show like now? Is it still capturing that same sense of wonder? Are the mysteries being solved, or are new questions taking their place? The latest twist. As of late 2025, Expedition Bigfoot finds itself in a curious state, alive in fan conversations, but officially in limbo. While the show hasn't been canceled, there's no confirmation of a new season, leaving audiences on edge and speculation running wild. Fans eagerly scan the internet for clues, dissecting every social media post, every interview, and every cryptic comment from cast members or the production team. There's a palpable sense of anticipation. People want Season 7, and they want it now. Yet, for all the buzz, the reality is simple. The network and producers are still in discussions, and no official announcement has been made. Rumors swirl like autumn leaves in a forest. Some of the most dramatic claims suggest the show faced a nightmare discovery on set, something so shocking that it could have halted production entirely. Others point fingers at supposed on-set conflicts, allegations of fake evidence, or a general lack of scientific verification. It's hard to separate fact from fiction in the world of fan theories, especially when the show itself deals with the mysterious and the unknown. Even seasoned viewers can't resist imagining the worst or the most sensational possible outcome. Some speculate that the show was simply too expensive to continue. Expedition Bigfoot isn't a cheap production. Outfitting a team with thermal cameras, LiDAR technology, bioacoustic equipment, and high-tech sensors comes at a premium. On top of that, filming in remote wilderness locations adds logistical costs, crew accommodations, transportation, permits, and safety measures for potentially dangerous terrain. Rumor has it that the cost of producing each season may have outweighed the revenue it brought in, leading some insiders to suggest the network hesitated on committing to another season. Then there's the matter of evidence, or what some claim is a lack of it. Over its run, the show has documented strange sounds, fleeting glimpses of massive silhouettes, and other anomalies in the forest. But for skeptics, this evidence isn't concrete. Critics argue that the series, like all Bigfoot investigations over the past half-century, has yet to produce scientifically verifiable proof of the creature's existence. Some fans even claim that certain segments were staged or scripted to heighten drama and keep audiences engaged. Whether these claims hold any weight is hard to determine, but they've certainly fueled debates online and kept the show's mystique alive. Cast dynamics have also played into the speculation. Ronny LeBlanc's departure in Season 5 sparked conversation among viewers. Some theorized there was internal conflict or drama that contributed to a potential production halt. However, the team has been clear in stating that LeBlanc left to pursue other projects, and the departure wasn't connected to any scandal. Still, fans love a good story, and in the absence of official details, imagination fills the gaps. Despite the uncertainty, hope persists. Now and then, fans catch a glimpse of activity that suggests life behind the scenes. There are unverified reports of film crews spotted in Alaska, leading some to wonder if the team is gearing up for a new season or perhaps a special expedition. social media buzzes with speculation about new locations, new technology, or even potential sightings that could finally provide that long-sought, definitive evidence of Bigfoot. Until official word comes from the Discovery Channel or the production team, though, all of this remains conjecture, a tantalizing mix of fact, rumor, and wishful thinking. What this means for viewers is a waiting game. Fans must exercise patience while the network and producers decide on the show's future. Will there be another season? Will the team return to the forests of Oregon or expand their search to new, uncharted regions? The possibilities are endless, and in some ways, that uncertainty mirrors the very nature of Bigfoot itself, always on the edge of perception, always just out of reach, and always sparking the imagination. In the meantime, the legacy of Expedition Bigfoot endures. It combined high-stakes wilderness exploration with advanced technology, a diverse and skilled team, and the timeless allure of a mystery that has captivated generations. Fans continue to rewatch episodes, analyze footage, and debate findings in forums, keeping the conversation alive. The uncertainty surrounding renewal has only heightened interest, giving the show an aura of suspense beyond the forests themselves. In the end, Expedition Bigfoot isn't just about creatures hiding in the forest. It's about the excitement of the chase, the tension of the unknown, and the hope that one day the team might find something undeniable. Until then, the woods stay full of shadows and whispers. The cast members have gone their separate ways, and fans everywhere keep watching, listening, and imagining what could happen next. But while we wait for the next big reveal, why did Ronny LeBlanc leave the show? And what was his role in the first place? Walking away from the show, Ronny LeBlanc's departure from Expedition Bigfoot stirred a whirlwind of discussion among fans and the broader cryptid community. Known for his deep engagement with Bigfoot research and his openness to unconventional theories, LeBlanc took to Instagram to explain his reasons for leaving the show. In a heartfelt statement, he addressed a recent controversy involving a young researcher from the UK, 15-year-old Daniel Lee Barnett, who had come under fire for allegedly faking eDNA evidence. "Everyone should be ashamed of themselves," LeBlanc wrote. "This is a kid who's coming into the field, probably going to exit it now because of all this nonsense." He emphasized that it was the mistreatment of Barnett and the broader negativity within the Bigfoot community that deeply disappointed him. LeBlanc expressed frustration that, instead of supporting newcomers and fostering curiosity, the community often tore each other down. It was, he said, a wake-up call that led him to step away from the series and pursue other projects. While the show's official statement about his departure was positive, affirming that it was his choice, fans have speculated that creative differences may have played a role. LeBlanc's interest in paranormal and interdimensional explanations for Bigfoot, such as connections to UFO phenomena, sometimes clashed with Dr. Maria Mayer's more scientific approach, which focused strictly on verifiable evidence. Some viewers interpreted these disagreements as part of the reason LeBlanc chose to leave. Even as the production continued without him, LeBlanc himself has a long history of strange encounters and unexplained phenomena that shaped his views. As a child, he had an experience that would leave a lasting impression. At just 11 years old, he was biking along a trail behind Fallbrook Elementary School when the forest fell eerily silent. Then, without warning, the shrubs erupted as a massive, unseen creature crossed the path. This encounter planted the seeds of a lifelong fascination with the unknown, ultimately guiding his work on Expedition Bigfoot. His perspective is shaped by years of research and personal observation, leading him to conclude that Bigfoot may not be a conventional animal at all. According to LeBlanc, the creature behaves in ways that defy physical explanation. It vanishes when pursued, interacts mysteriously with strange glowing orbs, and appears capable of eluding even the most organized search parties. On several occasions, he claims to have witnessed these orbs split and reshape themselves into the eyes of humanoid forms before disappearing silently into the forest. From these experiences, he developed a theory that Bigfoot may be an interdimensional or extraterrestrial entity, something more spirit-like than flesh and blood. LeBlanc's insights are not confined to Oregon or the Pacific Northwest. In Massachusetts, he points to the Leominster State Forest as a hotspot for unusual activity, a place he dubs Monsterland. Locals have reported frequent Bigfoot sightings, strange glowing orbs, and even UFO activity in the area. In the 1950s, a man burst into a bar claiming he had seen a monster near Old Mill Road. He begged the bartender to call the police, then rushed back out to track the creature himself. His truck was later found at the edge of a 4,300-acre forest, and he was never seen again. Stories like this helped shape the area's eerie reputation. The forest later became known for UFO activity. In 1967, reports peaked with the case of Betty Andreasen, who said she was taken from her home in nearby South Ashburnham. Ronny LeBlanc often connects these events to his Bigfoot theories, noting that strange lights, odd beings, and UFOs usually show up in the same places. LeBlanc's work mixes local legends, personal encounters, and an open approach to unexplained events. He treats the unknown as something bigger than a simple label. His exit from Expedition Bigfoot felt like the end of a chapter, but his ideas still spark debate and curiosity. If you enjoy deep dives into mysteries like this, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.